Hey, what's up my dreamers, and today I am going to be redrawing one of my older arts, and this was like maybe last year, maybe even like longer before that. But anyways, it's my character Hope, and she's fighting off evil, but this is like her really old design, and this was when I literally did not know how to use IBS paint, and so I will be redrawing it, and I hope you guys will enjoy watching me do that. So let's get with the video. Hey everybody, it's Hope Dreamer, and I'm back. So I was doing a redraw, and at this point I'm gonna post it on New Year. So let's get started. I wanted to draw this, and it was drawn pretty long ago, and I couldn't get the pose right for the life of me, so I tried so hard. This probably took the longest besides the coloring, and so yeah. Sometimes my drawings do tend to take me longer, and since I was trying to kind of do my best, because this is supposed to be like improvement in a year, I wanted to try and make it like the best sketch I possibly could, but it wasn't easy. And I realized that I might have had to make the canvas taller, but it took me a long time to figure out how. So I was really, it was kind of a mess. I wanted to add in as much detail as I possibly could, so that like played a part in it, and I wanted to create like just as much detail as possible, but that would require a different canvas, and I didn't want to start all over again. But as you can see, I had a lot of ideas for what I wanted to do, and this turned out pretty fun for me, so I'm happy for that. I made the torso a bit smaller for some reason, and so yeah. I had a lot of fun with this piece overall. Like, I had so much fun just drawing it, sketching it, coloring it, because this is like this is one of my older art pieces. And I was so excited to get started on this, and I wanted it to have a lot of detail, which kind of backfired on me in the end, because I'm not used to adding so much detail to pieces, so that was a bit of a problem, but I managed, so that was good. The scythe was kind of troubling, because I just didn't think I was getting the pose right, and I wanted it to be like as good as possible, but also it is kind of like Hope fighting evil, and so she's like kind of in the air at this point, and I wanted to make it look like her arms are kind of like holding her body up, and the scythe was like kind of supporting like kind of the ground point, I guess, like it was supporting her. And so yeah, I was really excited to get started on this, but oh gosh, I need to go get a drink of water. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. So lighting it was kind of a troublesome, and I wanted, because back then when I was just starting to draw, I really didn't pay attention to anatomy, which is why when I was looking back at my old art, I was like, OMG, this is so bad, because the artwork had no anatomy. And also, this picture is kind of like Hope's old design. It was more of like what Hope used to look like, my character, and so it was kind of troubling, because, you know, I was used to drawing her one way, and then I ended up using like a lot of the colors, and that was a bit troubling, because it was just like confusing, honestly. And so why I wanted to do this challenge now is because you know, it's New Year's, and I wanted to kind of challenge myself to get it done before New Year's, and that actually was a great idea, because I ended up getting it done in time, so I'm really happy for that. And So also I need to give shout out to Meifuya Kun, I think it was. I'll put the name up on the screen. But anyways, they won my raffle, and they sent me a very cute character to draw, and so yeah, look out for that in one of the newer videos because I will be posting that soon, and I'm really excited. But anyways, it will be some time before I actually get to drawing that because I've suddenly found myself like there are so many events going on YouTube. Like there's with the one YouTuber, there's a design a new outfit for my OC and it'll be featured in the next video, and I was like, OMG, I need to do that. So it's been kind of a little confusing, I guess. And as you can see, I was kind of speeding up this video a lot, and that was because I didn't want the video to be too long because I feel like a lot of people get bored and I wasn't feeling too well, so I just didn't want to like draw a bunch of, I didn't want to like, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is I didn't want to talk a lot because it kind of wears out my voice, because usually I'm actually a quiet person in real life. I don't talk that much, and so it was kind of awkward for me to keep talking for such a long, and it still is very awkward for me to keep talking for such a long time and for such a long period, and so yeah. I have noticed that someone has been disliking my videos, and that's totally okay because most of my videos I am rambling, but I'm just gonna say this right now. If you don't like my content, you can leave and you can unsubscribe. I won't hold a grudge against you, but just if you don't like my videos, comment me what I'm doing wrong or what you don't like about my videos, and give me some suggestions, and then I don't know, you can stick around or you can leave, because I don't really want people who don't like watching my content like kind of just saying subscribe to me, because that makes me feel guilty, like I'm kind of forcing them to watch something that they don't like. And so that's just what I'm gonna say right now. If you don't like my content, you can just unsubscribe, leave. I won't hold a grudge against you, or any of you for that matter, because yeah. So this took actually a very long time. I think it took me overall 2 hours overall, like, to draw, and that's becoming a regular time for me because I'm trying to put more detail and more, like, I want to put more detail and more effort into each drawing, and so I'm putting more time and effort into it. So yeah, if you're wondering why my drawings are really long, that's why. And so yeah, I'm actually really happy on how this turned out. But what I was confused about, like, for my character now, since I draw with more vivid colors, I was really surprised when my younger self decided that they would draw like that I don't know what my younger self was thinking, but I saw how many like vivid colors they use, because usually I'll use paler colors and then shade it with more vivid colors while on the shading layer as multiply, and I could not get that same. I was like, so when I'm shading the eyes and the like sweater, I'm so confused. And I actually had a problem with that because I was trying to find good shading colors and I just didn't know what to use. So yeah, it was a little kind of difficult to try and find a good shading color for it. And I have a lot of videos of this because it took me so long just to like kind of like shorten it up to the point where it wouldn't take too much or too long of a video, but I still feel like this turned out pretty long, and so I'm sorry for that. but I was really kind of happy on how this picture turned out, and I hope you guys are too. I'm going to have to put some of my other things that I have on my agenda on hold, and I'm probably going to have to prioritize and do all that stuff. And so I might not post this Friday, but I'll try really hard to post next Friday because I do want to bring more videos. And so yeah, I'm just going to be working nonstop for a while, I guess. So yeah. So I recently got a bunch of Copic markers, and because my dad gave me some money to spend at Michael's, and so I'm going to be drawing some stuff in the Copic markers. And if you want anything, if you have any like ideas, because honestly I have no idea what to draw with them because like I've never had really Copic markers before, so it was kind of awkward. And so I didn't know exactly what to draw with them at first, but soon I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. And so yeah, that's what I was kind of like excited about, because I now have Copic markers, and I'll take a picture of my first drawing with them because I couldn't resist like trying them out. And so comment what you think about the Copics, because I think they're really awesome. They blend super well, and I'm really happy on how my drawing turned out. But yeah, I want to test them out on more things. So if you have any ideas, because I don't, tell me what they are. Because I really don't want my markers to kind of go to waste. I want them to like I want to do a lot of things with them. And yeah, so here I'm making it kind of like, this is what I do in all of my drawings. I kind of make it a bit lineless by changing the colors of the lines. And I really like this technique actually. I'm not sure how I first came up with it, but I'm really glad that I am. I mean that I did, because I really like drawing in this style. I think it makes the picture look more complete and a lot better than just having boring old black lines, because I can't do lineless art for the life of me. But I can change the color of the lines, so that's a technique that I often like to use when drawing. And I realized near the end of it that I used the wrong color for the hair, so I didn't want to like start over with the hair from square one, so I just changed the color a bit and just put the hair color on Alpha Lock, and then I just colored the hair the right color, and so I was really happy on how that turned out. So hope you guys enjoyed that too. There was some times where like, oh, okay, but yeah, there were some times where I got a little stuck with what to do here and there, but overall I'm really happy. And on the scythe, I was kind of confused because I wanted to like kind of put it to a nice gray, but I didn't have a lot of variety of gray, so I made a whole new palette for it. So yeah, I'm sorry if I sound really awkward. I just don't really know what to talk about because this is supposed to be 15 minutes, and yeah, so I am going to try and put more art videos, and so I thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel. It does mean a lot to me that you all want to keep watching my content, and it kind of like just makes me so happy that you guys like my channel that much. And with this guy, I was kind of having a hard time because I didn't want to make the sky too dark, and I wanted to make it kind of look like the light was shining down on her in her hair, which is why I shaded the hair the way I did. But yeah, it kind of makes it look like the light is shining like red on her on the left side, and so I kind of achieved that, and I'm really happy that I did. And I wanted to make it kind of look like the darkness was, because you realize there's a dark side kind of pushing against hers, and that's what keep like, so she's not actually on the ground right now, she's up in the air, and I wanted to make it kind of look like the darkness was reaching towards her and her scythe was just glowing this light golden color, because that's what it looked like in the original drawing. So here it is, the final product. This was the really old one, and this was the new one, which I really like a lot better, and I can see a ton of improvement. Partially because the colors are much more brighter and their shading is a lot better. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you around. Bye, dreamers!